everything. It helps in everything. I have been breastfeeding my daughter exclusively for the first 6 months, so it has helped me lose my weight also. It has helped create a bond also.
Hi Purvi, how are you?
All good. How are you?
So it's great seeing you after 10 months.
Yeah, it's been 10 months since my delivery year, and it's been the most amazing 10 months.
I remember your pregnancy being in the lockdown and how scared you were that what's going to happen.
Yeah, I was very scared, and I was very skeptical of the doctor meeting me, at least, because the time was such, nobody was available and only you were available.
I remember last
lockdown.
April.
Yeah,
April, May. That was the first lockdown when there were there was nobody on the streets.
And the first month I was pregnant and I got to know, and I had come to you that I'm very scared in the lockdown. How will it be?
So how have the last 10 months with your little one been? I mean,
it's been a roller coaster ride, like from the very first day, because you are a parent the very next day. The very next minute after your delivery, you are a parent, and all you think about is your child, and all you think about is how to raise and how to do everything, how to what all things you need, what all things you need to do for her, because the baby can't speak. The only thing they can tell you is they can cry and let you know there is some kind of discomfort. So guessing everything and learning everything in the journey, so it has been great, right?
So I remember we had done your C-section because the baby was a big baby. What was your baby's birth weight?
My baby's birth weight was 4.2 kgs.
Okay, and also there's a myth amongst a lot of people that having a C-section reduces your chances of breastfeeding. यहाँ पे जो भी patient deliver होते हैं, they are like दूध नहीं आ रहा है, बाहर का दूध देते हैं, पेन हो रहा है, लैचिंग नहीं हो रहा है. So what was your experience with breastfeeding?
Since the very beginning, I was very positive on doing breastfeeding right the minute after my delivery. And thankfully, the doctors here, you here, everybody was positive that the milk will come. And it is not like after a C-section के आपका problem होगा या कुछ issue होगा. The very after I think 1 or 2 hours, a doctor had visited us, and she told if the breastfeeding is coming, so you have to start breastfeeding right now, because the baby is going to be hungry after the delivery. So the very first time when they saw the milk was coming and there was no issue, so I had started breastfeeding right 2 hours after my C-section, and I haven't given any formula milk or anything to my daughter. She's always been on breastfeeding. Even now she's on breastfeed, and
of course with the other weaning things.
Weaning things.
So I think breastfeeding, apart from increasing the intimacy and bonding with your child or your infant, it also helps you to reduce weight. Because I think without eating or without proper dieting and all that, even then you're losing weight because you're breastfeeding.
Everything, it helps in everything. I have been breastfeeding my daughter exclusively for the first 6 months, so it has helped me lose my weight also. It has helped create a bond also, because every time my daughter was I think 3 or 4 months old. The minute she started rolling over, she used to look at me around the room that I need milk now, I'm hungry, and she used to tell me. So I used to go, and it's a very special bond. It's like you can't describe it. You have to go through it to
Yeah. So I remember my son, we had also exclusively breastfed him. So I used to carry him everywhere for the first 6 months, and I didn't have to carry bottles. I didn't have to carry water.
That is the best
no
thing.
formula. Just get around with your child and roam the country. So that time there was no lockdown. So it was easy.
Yes. We had a trip to Daman, and I think it was the very a calm trip, calming, natural, open. For me, it was a very good experience, because after a year and a half, I was going out somewhere. It was almost 1.5 year later, we were going out with my husband, very first trip. No, not my mother with me to guide us or help us. We were a little nervous, but then breastfeeding is such that anywhere you go, you just need a room, or even if not a room, you can feed your baby, and you are free to go again.
And plus breastfeeding also helps you have natural contraception. So people don't want to conceive immediately. You at least need a gap of 2 to 3 years before you plan a second child.
I think it's not fair to your first child if you have a kid right after. But it's not our opinion. It's like everybody's personal opinion.
Yeah, but still, if you exclusively breastfeed, the prolactin level increases in your body, and that helps prevent ovulation.
Yeah.
So it's a natural contraceptive.
contraceptive.
You don't need to have a copper T or take any
Yeah,
pills.
yeah.
And also it's important that you should not take oral contraceptive pills when you're breastfeeding.
Yeah, that's true.
Because estrogen reduces your breast milk.
breast.
So we also have to be careful while having any kind of drugs or pills during the breastfeeding time.